Hello my beauties and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film this video so I could show you my heatless blowout method. I always start this method with freshly washed hair, and here my hair has been washed, deep conditioned and detangled. To this I will then add in my favorite leave-in conditioner and work it into my hair. I like to do the LCO method on my hair, which the L for me is the liquid. Which is my wet hair or water. I spray my hair and that's the L for me. And then I will then add the C, which is the cream, which is my leave-in conditioner, and the O is either my oil or my butter, depending on what's my mood and what I have accessible to me at the time. So what I like to do, obviously, with this, I always do this method straight after I've washed my hair and deep conditioned it, because obviously I want to seal in all that wonderful goodness of the deep conditioning that I've done. Here I'm just separating my hair just to make sure that I can work, because my hair is quite thick, so I'm separating it so that I can work with it better and work the product into my hair. When it's in smaller sections, it's just easier for me to distribute product into my hair. Obviously you finger detangle as much as possible. As I said, my hair has been detangled, but in case there's any other knots that I missed, and this leave-in conditioner is very good at detangling as well. So you finger detangle and then you start to thread. I like to use wool to thread my hair because it just works better for me. I've tried to use that method where it's got all those elastic bands, and that just doesn't work for me, because I can never find the elastic bands that don't have that metal portion in it, and it always catches on my hair and snags my hair, and I just don't have 5,000 elastic bands. So the wool works perfectly for me, and it's cheap and it's just easier for me. I know other people like to stretch their hair using twists, but I find that my hair is not as smooth when I do that. So how I like to comb my hair is I like to start to comb my hair from the ends, working down to the root. Basically for me, what would happen is if I had to put this comb at my root and pull it out, and if there's a knot there, it's going to come out with my hair, and that doesn't work for me. So I work from the end, working back to the root. Then I like to add in my moisturizer / butter. I like to use the butter that I use is also a moisturizer, so it contains conditioning and moisturizing agents. It just adds more moisture into my hair. It contains shea butter, and it's got all that lovely goodness in it. It's got essential oils and all that, but I just prefer to use this rather than just butter alone. I think, I just prefer to this. It's a preference, but feel free to use your oil or your butter here at this stage. Also, when this is when my hair is dried, my hair is much softer and it stays moisturized longer by me using this butter. Anyway, so you will then smooth in, as you can see, I'm using my hands, my fingers quite a lot to smooth the hair down, to smooth the cuticle down. I've said smooth how many times? I don't know, but you smooth your hair down basically. You get the point. You smooth it down. The more you smooth it down, the cuticle is nice and smooth, so when it's dry, your hair is straighter, and also the frizz is minimized. Then when you start to thread, make sure you don't pull tight. If it's sore and if it hurts, take it out. If someone else is doing your hair and it's sore and it hurts, there's no good that's going to come out of that. You're just damaging your hair. Then obviously, if you you must add more. Well, I always like to add more butter towards the ends of my at the ends of my hair, because that's the oldest part of my hair, and I just seal in even more moisture there. Especially if you're on that length journey, you need to take care of those ends, because if your ends are dry, they will break. They'll be split ends, and then you'll be cutting even more, or they'll just just break off, and that's why you'll never see that length, because your ends are not taken care of. So yeah, basically this is what I do. So I do this throughout my whole head, and I don't always stretch my hair, because I actually wear my hair more in its shrunken natural state than I do where it's stretched. I only stretch my hair when I'm going to do a twist out, a bantu knot out, a flat twist, or whatever hairstyle that I want to do, because I like my twist out to be stretched, to be full, to be longer. I don't like my twist outs. I don't like to wait for my twist out to be full and long after day 3 or day 4. I just like it to come out full and longer. So I only really do this method when I'm going to do a hairstyle. Most of the time I'll deep condition, wash my hair, do the LCO method, and leave my hair as it is, because I just like to wear my afro as it is. So this method works for me obviously when I'm going to wear a style where my hair needs to be big and full and thick. Yeah, so pretty much you do this throughout your whole head. Another tip that I can give you is make sure that when you do your hair, you actually have time to do your hair. Doing your hair in a hurry is going to cause you to rush, is going to cause you to comb too quickly or not to miss something. And if you do that, obviously you're going to cause some damage to your hair, because if you're combing too fast, you'll break your hair. So make sure that you've got time. You take the time to do your hair. Set out all your stuff. So what I do after I've washed and deep conditioned, I set out my comb, my leave-in conditioner, my butter, everything, my thread, everything that I need, so I'm not interrupted. And for me, I like doing this because it's very therapeutic. I find doing my hair very therapeutic, very relaxing, and it's me time. I mean, it doesn't take me 5 or 6 hours because I'm not doing any complicated hairstyle, and these are in quite big plaits. So it takes me less than an hour, but it's that me time, and it's very relaxing and it's very therapeutic. Oh, and another thing, the smaller you make the plaits, the straighter your hair obviously is going to be. My plaits, they're much fatter and much chunkier because I didn't want my hair that straight. I just wanted it stretched for the style that I was going to do. So the smaller you make the plaits, the more stretched your hair is going to be. And then if you want your hair to be even more straight without any heat, what I normally do is when I really feel inspired and I've got the time, I wait till my hair is about 90% dry, take it down and thread it again, which makes my hair even more straighter. So yeah, so you do it throughout your hair. Make sure you smooth, make sure you comb it properly, make sure you're not pulling so that you're not causing any damage or any pain. And the reason why I like to open my parts as neat as possible is if I don't have time to either take it down or to do the next style the next day, I can just pin it up and put it in some sort of a hairstyle and go with it as is. Then I don't have to worry about it, and then I can always do my hair when I have the time to do it. So I always try and open the parts as neat as possible. Then once my hair is done, I like to obviously protect it. So you need to then here you will then wear your satin bonnet or your satin scarf. I don't do the satin pillowcase thing. It's a whole lot of nonsense for me. But if you like the satin pillowcase, go for it. So yeah, so I like to air dry my hair, and in the morning I always make sure that I check that my hair is properly dry, and then I take down the plaits. Make sure you do it gently. Do it very gently. Don't pull, because then you'll break those ends that you're trying to protect, and then you separate with your fingers. So check that all the plaits are dry, because if they're not dry, then it's just going to frizz back up and shrink. Just so make sure that they're all dry, separate. And then I like to, if I'm going to wear the afro as it is, if I just wanted a big afro, I make sure I use a wide tooth comb or an afro pick to comb it out. So don't use a fine tooth comb, because then this will obviously break your hair, and your hair is dry at this stage, so you just need to make sure that you obviously take care of it. So you just basically comb it out, and then you can style it like this. If you feel like having an afro, put an elastic band, put a scarf or whatever it is, and rock your afro, or then continue to your next stage, which is then your twist out or whatever. Like, you can see that my hair is really, really soft. I mean, it's obviously the combination of the leave-in conditioner and the moisturizer that I use that makes my hair soft. And this will last me at least 4 or 5 days before I feel my hair is dry again, and then I have to start to re-moisturize it with whatever moisturizer that I want to use during the week. But yeah, this is basically my heatless blowout and what I do to my hair to stretch it. I am so grateful for all your support, and I thank you so much for watching and reading the blog. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I'll catch you on the next one.